Minnesota, and welcome to Filter. A hand-picked top 10 video game countdown is voted on by you, the viewer, at G4TV.com. With the emergence of female characters in fighting games in the 90s, a male-driven game-playing audience found out something that sisters around the world already knew. Women can kick major ass. Now, there are tons of female characters in games, and each year these Hellcats get badder and badder. That's why we're here today at California Harley-Davidson in Harbor City, where we're going to string together a list of the 10 baddest. But first, the basics. What makes a bad girl bad, and why do guys eat them up? Listen up and find out.
There are a lot of things that can make a bad girl bad. The first one that comes to my mind is attitude. If she just comes across with attitude, then she can be a bad girl.
A bad girl of gaming would have to be scantily clad, of course, someone with an attitude, lots of cleavage, and a couple guns on the thigh. More bad girls in games basically equates to really horny gamers.
Girls are taking a stance as like in society, and it's good for girls to get a chance to see, hey, I can play games, it's not just a guy thing.
It's a strong character. It's something that you can get behind. And sometimes it's exploitive or cheesy, not naming any names.
A lot of gamers are timid, and they kind of want this strong, dominant woman.
Now that we know why you like bad girls, let's find out which ones are baddest. We bounce out of the gates with a young covert op that specializes in infiltration missions. Hana from the Fear Effect series is a money-hungry mercenary, but as you're about to find out, that ain't the only thing that gives her an edge.
The Fear Effect series got a lot of attention because its heroine was a lesbian.
I think she was a prostitute turned mercenary with some bi-curious action going on in the game.
I believe she's lesbian, is what the idea is in that game. And I guess lesbians are supposed to be bad girls, so, you know, go figure on that one.
Hana from Fear Effect is a lesbian, and that's cool.
I don't know, it's a little cheesy.
She's turned tricks, but now she's kicking ass and playing with the boys and the girls, so that's always attractive.
Our next girl may not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but she definitely knows how to help a guy with his stroke. Coming in at number 9 is Summer from Outlaw Golf.
Summer and Autumn from Outlaw Golf. First of all, I mean, golfers, duh. I mean, you get the whole bending over action. I mean, very, very well drawn. Definitely one where it's like, can I date her? You know, is she real?
There's another bi-curious thing going on with Summer and Autumn. Summer, I believe, is a stripper that plays golf. You have this romantic lesbian tension going on in the game.
She is a bad girl. She does a little lap dancing, and I would say she's probably the baddest girl in video games right now.
Don't feel bad, let's take a bath.
It's kitschy, that's fine, but it's like, you know, the man show of gaming or something.
And now we move from a centerfold to a playboy with the girl at spot number 8, Tomb Raider's Lara Croft. She's hot, she's smart, and this little mama knows how to live high on hog.
Top is the quintessential bad girl. And she's become the poster child for it.
Counting down the biggest bad girls of all time. The rankings for filter shows come directly from the responses you post on the G4 website. To make your vote count, log on to g4tv.com/filter and select the filter rater. Then choose a category, vote on a scale of 1 to 10, and we'll take care of the rest. While you're there, be sure to post your suggestions for topics and games you'd like to see covered in future episodes. And now it's time to take a look at another bad honey. Coming in at number 7 is a heartbreaker from the Resident Evil series by the name of Valentine, Jill Valentine. With her quick wit and good looks, this woman's got some serious star power.
Jill's really cool. She's really tough under pressure, but at the same time, she's not a manly girl. She's still a girly girl. Like, she knows when to be scared, you know, she knows when to back off, but at the same time, she's really graceful.
Ah, Jill Valentine. Bad girl, for sure. I mean, kill zombies like nobody else. And not only top of that, you can control her, you know, and tell her what to do. You know, gosh, it's like almost like dominatrix kind of action going there.
One thing to kill zombies, but to do it all authoritatively, wearing a uniform, that's pretty hot.
At number 6, we shed some light on a girl who likes it dark. Final Fantasy's Lulu is a goth chick with more than enough magic up her sleeve to keep her one step ahead of anyone who gets in her way. Make her angry and she's liable to bust out her little voodoo doll on your butt, which is probably why you chose to make her happy by awarding her with the 6th place finish.
Lulu has this whole Ice Queen thing going. You know, she was kind of the bitch to Yuna's nice girl, and most of the boys that played Final Fantasy X, they drifted to Lulu. They just liked her whole cold demeanor. You know, I'm the tough girl, I don't need any help thing.
Let's go, just you and me.
Lulu is probably misrepresented. She's got the bad girl look, but she's really, I think she's a bit of a softie. I mean, just because she's done up like this crazy goth, hey, she's a nice girl.
Excuses again?
She's kind of a weird mix because she's supposed to be bad. She's all dark and goth and everything, but she carries teddy bears around. So, you know, it's kind of like the bad girl with good girl tastes.
If you're into the whole goth thing, then Lulu could be the woman of your dreams. But if black doesn't do it for you, then what does? Well, we asked a few guys to tell us about the bad girl of their dreams, and here's how they like them.
The ultimate bad girl. I think it would have to be like a cross between Ivy's attitude with Yeah, like a Lara Croft kind of chick, gearhead monkey, you know, that's not afraid to get into things. That'd be a bad girl for sure. And when she's in the next game, I'm gonna buy it.
Princess Peach from the Mario series. You know, underneath that really huge skirt and dress, you know, she's really conservative on the outside, but I'm sure if you got her out of that and took her to the bar, she'd loosen up and get a little feisty.
Ultimate bad girl would probably be a combination between Lara Croft from Tomb Raider and, I don't know, Mrs. Brady.
Ooh La La from Space Channel 5, yeah. If she was a contract killer, that would be pretty perfect. But alas, she only sings and dances.
It's good to have a healthy imagination. It's also good to be able to whip some serious behind, especially where this countdown is concerned. And that's exactly what Tekken's Nina Williams brings to the table. After waking up from a cryogenic sleep with no memory, no family, and no friends, it's easy to see why this hot assassin charts a 5 spot. She can't count on anybody but herself. I know the feeling.
Assassins are just cool, and Nina Williams is just one of the coolest assassins out there.
Nina's pretty badass, you know, she knows all these taekwondo, kicking, punching techniques, and she can snap your neck in like a heartbeat, so she's pretty cool.
She slaps them, she taunts them. She's wearing, you know, like heels when she plays. I mean, she doesn't really care about anything because she's going to win. She knows she's going to win.
Every fighting game has to have the slut, and Nina Williams really is one of the prototypical sluts of fighting games.
We go from one assassin to another with the next girl on our countdown, DOA's Christy. She's a cold-blooded lass with an extra-large serving of sass, and if you don't watch yourself, she'll go Shiquan all over your ass. For those of you who aren't familiar with the ancient martial art, take a look at our 4th place finisher as she puts on a clinic.
Christy has a lot of things going for her. She has a very unusual look. She has the white hair and the piercing purple eyes, but she also has the British accent, which is always a plus. She's not a nice girl, but sometimes that can be attractive.
Christy from DOA is nice. She has a variety of outfits.
And we're back at California Harley-Davidson showroom in Harbor City, where we're counting down the biggest bad girls of all time. With 7 down and 3 up, let's catch up before we wrap up. Here's a quick recap. Hannah stirs up enough fear to grab the 10 spot. Summer is smoking hot at number 9. Crafty Lara Croft carves up an 8th place finish. Miss Jill Valentine is your sweetheart at number 7. Lulu doesn't need voodoo to wind up in 6th. 5th place Nina Williams gets defrosted out of cryo sleep only to find out that it's a cold, cold world. And coming in fourth, she's your Shequan queen. Put your hands together for Christy. And put up your hands if you ever have to tangle with Soul Calibur's Ivy, because you don't stand a chance.
Ivy is probably the quintessential dominatrix of gaming. That whip alone is quite a cool tool for whatever you can imagine, fighting or something out of the arena.
Well, you gotta like that whip, and the whip is immediately what makes you bad. And so, you know, dominatrix hooray.
The fact that she's a master of this weird weapon makes her really cool.
She's just probably, I think, one of the most impressive female characters in gaming because she's so strong and, you know, she's in it for herself.
A woman with a whip, that appeals to those with dominatrix fetishes, and I think there are more of those out there in the gaming world than they care to admit.
Do girls like Ivy thrill you or kill you? We asked a few players out there whether or not they go for the bad girl. Listen up and see who backs down and who sacks up.
Is this like rated G or?
Oh yeah, I've had my share of bad girls, yeah.
I've gone for way too many bad girls, which doesn't work because I'm the nice guy, and you know the bad girls just walk all over me.
She turned out to be a total nutcase.
I try not to, but I have gone for the bad girl a couple times, and it's not very good, so I would not recommend it.
No, I've never fallen for the bad girl. It's always the really innocent, artsy-fartsy, you know, stay-at-home, watch a movie sort of girl.
She took me for a whole ride and took me out.
Have I ever gone for the bad girl? Many times. And the results have been varied.
No, I sort of play it safe. I'm a bit cautious of women that are very confident, so I like to stay in the background and just see what goes on.
Took me to the clubs, took me to the beach, got a little freaky.
Yada, yada, yada.
In gaming, they don't turn you down, they don't say no, so of course you're gonna fall for the bad girl.
She was into the manly things, wasn't afraid to burp and fart in your face, just like a guy.
I don't know if I want to go into great detail with that, though.
It's the guy that gets a chick at the same time kind of thing. It's a great combination. And I miss you. Come back.
For all you guys who need it bad, this one's for you. The two biggest bad girls of all time may play in different universes, but at the end of the day, they play the exact same game. Samus Aran is an out-of-this-world bounty hunter who's so tough, everyone thought she was a guy at first. And Chun-Li is an old-school martial artist that probably was your first. After all, she's the chick that got the ball rolling. Both babes are bad, but only one can be downright nasty. And you know what that means. It's time to sit down and strap in as Space Case clashes with Thunder Thighs in another Filter Face-Off.
Samus, while you really haven't seen that much of her in any of her games, is probably down to earth and probably really hot.
In the first game, you had no idea it was a woman till the end. She's packing really big guns, killing a lot of alien ass, and then all of a sudden helmet pops off and whoa, it's a woman.
It's kind of like Sunset Boulevard at night. You really don't know what you're picking up until you get home.
Really a little step ahead for Nintendo there. A little ahead of its time. Of course, there was the swimsuit code. We could play with Samus just wearing nothing, but I believe it was a one-piece.
She's got the weapons and the training to back it. I think she could take Chun-Li out pretty easy.
The cool thing about Chun-Li from Street Fighter is that she has this dichotomy going on where on one side she's this incredibly tough girl that you don't want to mess with, but she has a playful side also. You know, it might make gamers think they have a chance, but then she'll just kick them and it'll be over with.
She's like the ultimate fighting game girl. You know, pretty much every fighting game girl character after Street Fighter II is based off of Chun-Li.
Just her style, you know, she's fast, she's quick, she could get you anytime, you know, she's great.
Yeah, Chun-Li's awesome. She's a really strong girl. She's got big thighs. She can like crush a bloke's neck.
In a filter face-off, I would definitely pick Chun-Li. She's the greatest girl.
So, which one is badder, Samus or Chun? The polls are closed, the votes are counted, and your choice for the biggest bad girl of all time is Chun-Li. She's not just a badass, she's a bad lass. Well, that wraps up this episode of Filter. Remember, the opinions expressed on this show are yours, not mine. So make your vote count on future episodes by logging on to the Filter show page at g4tv.com/filter. Until then, I'm Diane Mizzota, and I'll see you next time.